Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Sneha from Entrance Parikshan, and I recently appeared for the CUET NRI rounds where I gave my interview as well as my entrance test. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all the questions that were asked to me during the interview. So without any further ado, let's begin. So after the introduction, the first few questions that were asked to me were related to my honors subject. Now, one thing that I think was something that was different with my interview was that usually they ask more general questions, which I feel then they didn't ask me after my introduction. They straight away went with my subject related questions. So what I think is that you should know a little bit more about the generalized questions, like why do you want to study at Christ? Why do you want to pick this particular course? And why do you want and if you're fine going to Bangalore and studying there in that campus. So I feel that you should know more about these general questions as well. So make sure you have those answers somewhat prepared so that if that question comes up, you will be ready to answer them. And now the questions that were asked to me related to my course were all really tough and really high level, which I was not expecting, to be honest. So what I did was, if I didn't know an answer, I clearly mentioned that I don't know, sir. If there is anything else that I could answer, please go ahead with that. So the first question that was asked to me was if I know about my course structure, at what course I'm pursuing. So if I was pursuing BA Economic Honors, I should know about my course structure. And I knew about it, I read about it before going to the interview, so I had an idea about it. Whereas if you are giving this interview, you should know about your course structure at Christ, because that could be a question that they could ask you, and they could ask you questions related to that course structure. Now, all of these things will make a difference when you're answering, when you're confident to answer that question. You don't have to get nervous, because that is where you will spoil things for yourself. Always keep calm before answering a question. If you don't have an idea, just mention straight up that you don't know. Now, the questions that were asked me for economics were related to math, that was statistics related. They asked me what is the definition of variance, they asked me what is a determinant, and they asked me what is a matrix. And in my economics related questions, they asked me what is opportunity cost, what is marginal utility of analysis, and what is also some related to what is the definition of macro and microeconomics. So these are the 6 to 8 questions that I was asked, and I was able to answer most of them except course related questions, which as of now the questions can be different for each course. So I think you should go ahead with your course structure very thoroughly before entering that interview meeting. Another thing that really helped me with my final interview was the mock interview course that is recently going to be released by Entrance Parikshan. Now, this course involved a lot of rigorous questioning from the Christ University seniors who have gone through that experience, and they'll give you that same experience that they experienced. So it's going to be a win-win situation, because you will know what will be coming in your interview beforehand. And they also gave us the 100 micro presentation topics, and out of one of those came in my interview as well. So all of these things will give you an upper hand in the final interview. Another thing was that these people at Entrance Parikshan will give you unparalleled support with any question, any doubts that you guys have. You can go ahead and clear if you take up this course. And just to make it clear that Christ University seniors will be taking this interview, that mock interview, which will help you gain more confidence and feel more comfortable during your final interview. And after those questions were done, so because I told in my extracurriculars that I'm a cricketer, they asked me a question related to my sports and economics. So because I was pursuing an economics course and I did sports at high school, they culminated both and they asked me a question for my micro presentation. And this question was also asked me in the mock interview course, because the Christ University seniors were able to analyze that from my introduction. And that is exactly that could happen to you in front of the interviewer as well. So if you're providing them with information about yourself, they are more likely to ask you from there for your micro presentation, which is again a benefit for you. So if you know about yourself, you'll be able to answer it easier than answering a general topic or a general presentation that they would have just given out of random list or something. So it is easier for you that you provide more information to them, and there's a highly likely chance that they'll ask you from the information you provided. because I knew about sports and because I was in sports and I knew about economics, what I did was I answered in a way of using statistics to analyze players and all of these things. So I took my time, I took about 30 seconds to think and I answered to them. And I feel that in your micro presentation, they are honestly not looking for content. In your answers, in your questions, they're not looking for content. They're looking for how smartly, how confidently, and how well you can talk and how well you can communicate as a person. And if you're able to stay confident even after messing up a few questions here and there, that is your win, that you have been able to manage the pressure that they have given you. And it is not about getting all the answers right, it's just about how well you can speak and how well you can showcase your persona to them. And I believe these are main things that you need to keep in mind before entering the interview round. Firstly, it's to make sure that you need to know about your course structure. Secondly, you need to have some sort of structure about how you're going to introduce yourself. And the third thing is you need to know about the generalized questions that they might ask you. Like, why do you want to study at Bangalore? Why do you want to study in Christ University? Why do you want to do this specific course? And what are your subjects of interest? And all of your questions related to your bachelor's or your course that you're applying to. Whether it's BBA, you should know about accountancy and business studies of 11th and 12th grade. Whether it's economics, you should know about your 11th and 12th grade. Whatever subject you're applying for, know about it from your 11th and 12th grade portion completely, because they could ask you anything from there. And it's always better to be prepared rather than just bluffing those questions. And if you have no idea about it, clearly mention it to them, that you can just tell them that I have no idea about this subject, sir. Could you please give me another question? And then you will be able to answer that. And if in case your micro presentation topic is something that you have absolutely no idea about, all you have to do is just tell them, sir, I'm not aware about this topic. I'll read up upon it and I'll be back. But for now, could you please change the topic? It's as simple. Just be clear cut to them. You don't have to worry about anything. It's not a big deal. It's an interview of how you are as a person. It's not about your IQ level. It's not about your aptitude level. It's about how you are as a person. So just stay calm. Good luck for your interview tests. And I hope you all do well. And if you have any questions, you can drop it down in the comments box. Now, if you guys found this video useful, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching.